If you're thinking about buying or selling, you're gonna wanna watch this video. I'm here with my friend, my client, Mr. Shay Carter. Thank you for being here.
Hey, no problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Hey, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm here. I'm from Woodbridge. I would say I've been living here a majority of my life. I'm a sound engineer / artist.
Yeah. So I met you about maybe 10 years ago when I moved up here, and you're actually one of the first people that I met, and it's thanks to you that now I know almost all of Woodbridge, because you know everybody out here. So there was a time when you came up to me and you were like, hey, I want to rent a house, and we kind of sat down, we talked about it. I was telling you, hey, what about buying? But you kind of decided on renting. What was the main reason? Why'd you decide to rent?
At first, to be honest with you, I just didn't even know if I would even get approved for a loan, like for the type of house that I even wanted to buy. Like, you have your mindset of what you want and stuff, and I just thought, like, man, I don't make that much money. Like, how am I gonna get approved for something that I really want? Like,
and are they gonna want me? Because you always have like that question, like, get approved, what I gotta do, and all those kind of things, right?
Yeah, so my first mindset was just like, yeah, we can rent something. Plus, I didn't know how long. I mean, I never really had a discussion with anyone about, owning a house before, talking to you off and on about it. Yeah, he was like, hey man, Shay, you gotta come on, buy a house. He was like, yeah, what are you waiting for? And I'm just like, I was scared. So I'm just like, oh man, I don't think that's what I want to do, so.
Yeah, and it gets intimidating sometimes, the process, and like, the whole getting approved part, and then they start asking your income and your credit and your history and all those things. It can easily be intimidating. There's a lot of people that sometimes end up backing out or not wanting to take that next step, when in reality, to rent, to apply for a rental home or wherever, is almost the same process. It's actually very similar as far as what they're going to want to verify your income, and then what they're going to want to check on your credit history. So in the end, you ended up deciding to buy, and I'm really happy you did that. Are you happy about that?
Oh goodness, yes. It was definitely something that was great for me. Definitely as far as living, no one was supervising me and checking up on me all the time. It was more free of a living.
You had your own house. No, nobody tell you anything.
Yeah.
And so how long ago? What is this? 8 years?
It was 8 years.
8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And we just recently sold your house.
Yes.
Tell us a little about that.
All right. So we going through the selling process, and we sold the house in a day. It was, I thought it'd be a longer process. First, we were talking about doing it, having an investor. We spoke to him, got some numbers and stuff. That was the day before. And so, Sway was just looking at me like, hey man, we're not messing with him. We, very next day, he was like, I'm gonna talk to you. He goes, I'm gonna contact you and give you more information. Very next day, I get a text like, hey Shay, we got
a contract.
We're looking good. We're like, I'm expecting like, he might have like maybe one more extra thing that he can add to it, or he comes back and he has like, man, we have 3 possibilities. We have 3 options here. Like, come to my office, we'll discuss some things, and get over there and look. Reading that text, like I said, I wasn't expecting 3, so I come back and I look at the text, and then we meet up, and he goes over the options. I'm like I said, this wasn't a day. Like,
and before that though, before we finally decided to sell, we were going back and forth. We were looking at those options throughout a couple of years. We were looking at, hey, should I sell now? Should I hold on to it? Should I rent? What should I do? And then so we were kind of set for that. And then and finally when we decided, okay, this is a great time, then I was like, okay, these are options that we have, and I think we ended up picking one of the best option that we throughout this. And tell me now that we can look back 8 years ago, when you were scared, when you were worried about can I get approved or not, are you happy you did it?
Oh yeah, definitely happy. That was actually a great decision. Looking back, I would have did it again and again, and
especially for in the end what the outcome was, because you ended up staying in the house for 8 years. You built equity. now you were able to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
And you can now move on to bigger and better things, right?
Absolutely.
I'm happy that we were able to help you, Shay. You're a good friend of mine, and I'm really happy that everything worked out well. We did have a buyer already lined up for it. We were going through that whole process, back and forth a little bit. What's best? What could work? What can't work? We did come out with 3 options. I think that was one of the best ones that we could have came out with. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate you coming out here, and it's been always a pleasure, man. We'll be in touch, right?
Yeah, absolutely, always.